if I don't project it on the past,
Okay.
because we don't know if it's even the past, because the past is a memory, but all I can see that the reaction's happening now. So if I don't look for the cause of it, because this is what but psychology tries, it sees a reaction and it tries to link that reaction to something maybe that we have experienced 45 years ago.
Sure.
But how can we know this?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, just intelligently, you have a reaction now, or there's an experience happening now, and what a tremendous simplification this is. And you assume that the way the system responds right now has to do with something maybe relating 45 years ago. Now imagine how many trillions of different experiences have happened between that moment that you think it was and the moment of now. So now tell me, which of those trillions of experiences is responsible for the response of my system in the here and now? It's impossible.
It's impossible, and it's probably not even true anyway.
So it's a model.
It's a construct.
It's a construct. So that's why what I've noticed in my own journey, that psychology, or trying to find the cause of the experience of now, is the most useless attempt you can do. Eventually, and it even has the opposite effect, it actually takes you away from the capacity to meet what's happening right now. It keeps you busy. It distracts you. It protects you from the experience that you're having, and it gives you a false sense of security.
Right.
So it replaces the lack of feeling safe with what's happening right now by assuming that you know where it comes from, so that the system says, oh, I know because my mom told me 45 years ago, I know why I'm responding like this, so I can let go. But none of this is true. And what it covers up is a tremendous lack of feeling safe with the experience of now, not knowing where it comes from, to whom it does belong, what it means, and where it will go. So the question is, can we be that space, called a consciousness, that includes the experience of now without building up a relationship to it?
Okay.
Which means just noticing it and almost letting it come in.
Right. So in other words, what you're saying is sense into your body.
I wouldn't say sensing into the body, I would say let the body sense the experience of now without us getting involved.
Okay.
Because the moment we are sensing it, we're building up a relationship to it.
Okay.
It's a movement from us towards the experience, and it builds up a funny feeling of, I have a little bit to do with it.
Okay.
And even if it is subtle, the moment you get involved into your own experience, or into the experience of another.
Of the other.
Because
you've lost.
You already lost the play. You have a relationship. And I mean, it just happened like, just prior to the interview, now I had a little conversation with my partner.
Yes.
And she saw, or she perceived something in me. If it was like this, I don't know. And she pointed at this.
Yes.
But what it was actually, her nervous system got involved in my experience. And I felt like an interference, like as somebody would invade into me. Sure. I'm not saying that it was wrong, but it was like we're getting involved. But first, we're getting involved in our own inner experience. So there must have been a discomfort.
Okay.
We're building up a relationship to that discomfort, and if we don't see this, that the way we relate internally to our own experience suddenly flips outside.
Yeah.
And becomes projected on the outside.
So what you're saying, as an avoidance of really dealing, let's say, with what is going on within ourselves, we're actually trying to poke at the other to see if we can get a response.
Exactly.
In order to understand what's going on with me.
Absolutely.
But I'm even denying that something is going on with me.
Then the force of, when there's discomfort in us, when the information flows into the nervous system, and the system gets tight, and there's discomfort. And we don't know how to be safe with the discomfort because we mostly think it means something about us. we give it meaning.
Okay.
We think, I was so happy just now, and suddenly my system is like this.
Okay.
So we think when we are like this, we're doing well, we're great, all is well. And when the system tightens up, we think it means something else about us, that we have lost it, or we did something wrong, or the situation is wrong, and the rest of it. And in the moment we are giving it meaning, which means we refer to ourselves, we turn it into a personal experience. We are already building up we're relating to it in a certain way, which is according to the way we relate to the experience of now reflects the way how our system has met itself in the inside.
Okay.
Let's go a little, because we're going a little step further now.
Okay.
We have to go a little deeper into understand how our nervous system functions.
Okay.
And how our nervous system constantly fools us. It's like a remote control. So when we look at when we were speaking about safety.
That's right.
Okay, so let's go back to this, that there's a natural demand of the human body, of the human system, to feel safe so that it can let go and relax. Is that so?
Yes, well,
I would say so. When we feel safe, it's easy for us to let go. If we don't feel safe, our system tightens up.
Contracts, yes.
It contracts, and whatever you do, manipulate, fix, try to shift and twist
Try
around,
to feel better, it
try to
actually...
feel better, it makes it even worse.
Right.
Everybody knows this.
Yes.
So I think we're speaking pretty much the experience of every human being. It's nothing particular. So all there's a lack of safety with the experience of now, especially when we are removing everything from the experience. Any meaning,
Yes.
any ownership, any idea where it may come from. We're removing all of it, and we are letting the experience of now be here, fully have us.
Okay.
Like it has full access to our system.
Okay.
Which is not the way we're functioning, because we live like this. We say,
Yeah.
no, get away from me.
So we reject our experience most of the time.
Which is not feeling safe with it. Because in pushing it away, it gives us a little security that we are in control of it.
Yes.
So we return back. We have to. I looked at it from all sides in the last. I was in the last half year again after the last conversation we have had here, and it's just the research that I said it refers all back that my system doesn't feel safe with itself, and to the degree my system doesn't feel safe with itself, it doesn't feel safe with the experience of now, and it will respond like all other systems. Ow, trying to get away from it.
Yes.
And two ways to get away from it is either projecting it outside.
Yeah.
It's very common. Or I project it on the inside and start thinking about myself and trying to fix myself.
Yes.
Because that gives me security, at least hoping that when I find the solution, I'm going to be safe.
Right.
So we're postponing the whole thing.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the trick how the mind functions.
Yes.
It postpones the whole thing. Fantastic. So now, what does it mean, or what creates a sense of safety? Okay, so we can see security doesn't replace safety. It just postpones the whole thing.
Yes.
Take away the security, everything is as it was.
Yes.
Nothing has changed. A delusion.
Yeah.
Good. That's why so much people are frustrated in relationships, because the relationship has been served as a means to feel security.
And it doesn't work.
And it doesn't take much,
Yeah.
and the security is gone. And then people are tremendously disappointed, frustrated, resigned, that no relationship has ever possibly brought them a sense of being safe with themselves. It was covered up with security.
Sure.
Big time, and that's why we get so much trouble with it.
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
eventually we need to disappoint each other. Inevitably. It's almost like a natural force to come to that point of disappointment. That a relationship is tremendously disappointing in its nature. It cannot end up differently.
Right.